What if I told you the most unforgettable scenes in your favorite movies were actually total accidents? Today, we're revealing 10 moments when actors forgot their lines and somehow made movie magic instead. Stick around, because the last one literally made up the whole script on the spot. But first, let's kick things off with a scene so outrageous, people thought it was supposed to look that messy. Until they found out Leonardo DiCaprio completely forgot what he was doing. During The Wolf of Wall Street, Leo was supposed to act high on Quaaludes, but halfway through, he totally forgot the scene.
I said,
Are you fucking high?
I can't more FBI.
God, are you fucking high?
But instead of freezing or asking for a do-over, Leo just went for it.
I discovered a whole new phase, the cerebral palsy phase. Come on, stand up.
He started crawling, flailing, groaning, and using his foot to open the car door. It looked insane. It felt insane. And it was all completely improvised. The crew thought he was actually having a meltdown. Martin Scorsese? He loved it. He kept the entire thing in the final cut. Now that scene isn't just memorable, it's legendary. It's been watched, clipped, and memed a million times. And it never would have happened if Leo hadn't forgotten his lines. And if you thought that was wild, wait until you see what Jennifer Lawrence did when she blanked out in the middle of a shouting match. When Jennifer Lawrence stepped into the chaotic world of Silver Linings Playbook, she wasn't just acting, she was throwing herself headfirst into emotional battle scenes with Bradley Cooper.
Just leave me alone.
Wait a
please.
second. I have one more letter for you to read, okay?
What the is the matter with you? Give it to her yourself.
Let me say something. You don't ever have to see me again if you just read it, all right?
And during some of those intense fights, she straight up forgot her lines. Like mid-scene, total blank. But instead of freezing or breaking character, Jennifer did something even better. She improvised. She kept the emotion rolling, throwing in raw, off-script reactions that felt 100% real.
I knew it the minute I met you. I'm sorry it took so long for me to catch up. I just got stuck. Pat.
Director David O. Russell didn't just allow it, he encouraged it. In fact, many of those forgotten line moments made the final cut. They added grit, they added chaos, they made Tiffany feel like a real person on the edge. And the result? Jennifer Lawrence walked away with the Best Actress Oscar. Yeah, those line-forgetting moments didn't ruin the film. They made her character unforgettable. At least she tried to follow the script. But Johnny Depp? He just threw his away and made chaos look like art. When Johnny Depp became Captain Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean, the script was more like a suggestion. Depp regularly forgot his lines, or just flat out ignored them. Instead, he leaned into chaos, ad-libbing wild lines, staggering around like a drunken rock star, and throwing in random quirks that left everyone, including the cast, completely confused. But here's the kicker. That was the magic. Director Gore Verbinski didn't try to stop him. In fact, he embraced it. Depp's wild improv gave birth to one of the most original characters in movie history. Jack Sparrow's unpredictable vibe,
I'll handle this, mate. Hey, fish face! Do something? Hey, Scungili!
that wasn't written. It was lived on set every day. Other actors were often caught off guard. Crew members never knew what to expect. But somehow, it worked. The audience loved it. The studios loved it. And Johnny got an Oscar nomination for a performance that was basically 70% improv. Now, imagine freezing up in front of your real-life idol. That's exactly what happened to Tom Holland. And Iron Man had to save him. During an emotional scene in Spider-Man: Homecoming, Tom blanked out in front of Robert Downey Jr. Most young actors would panic, freeze, ask to cut. But Tom didn't have to, because RDJ, like the legend he is, didn't miss a beat. He stayed completely in character. He started guiding Tom through the scene without breaking the moment.
Do me a favor, though. Happy's kind of your point guy on this. Don't stress him out.
He asked questions, held the tension, and gave Tom enough space to catch up and get back in sync, all while acting.
7th floor.
I can take that up. You don't have to take it.
You gonna take it?
I can take that.
Thank you.
So when's our next retreat, you know? Like,
What, next mission?
yeah, the mission.
What came out of that moment? One of the most authentic, raw, and gut-wrenching scenes in the entire movie. The crazy part? It wasn't scripted to be that emotional. It just became real because of the mistake. And yes, it stayed in the final cut. No reshoots, no fixes. Just raw chemistry between mentor and mentee. On screen and in real life. Speaking of Iron Man, did you know Robert Downey Jr. flipped the entire Marvel Universe on its head by going completely off script? In Iron Man 2008, Robert Downey Jr. was still proving himself in Hollywood. He was already known for going off script and relying on instinct, cue cards, and sometimes even an earpiece. But nothing, and I mean nothing, could have prepared anyone for what happened at the end of the movie. When Tony Stark stands in front of reporters and says,
I am Iron Man.
that line? Totally improvised. It wasn't in the script. It wasn't planned. RDJ just felt it in the moment and dropped it like a mic. The Marvel execs were shocked, and then they realized it was perfect. That one unscripted moment reshaped the entire MCU. Marvel rewrote its storytelling style. Heroes would now own their identities, not hide behind masks. And it all started with RDJ going off script. But he's not the only one who improvised their way into history. Julia Roberts turned one tiny accident into the most iconic laugh in rom-com history. In Pretty Woman, there's this one scene everyone remembers. Richard Gere offers Julia Roberts a stunning necklace, then suddenly snaps the box shut. Julia bursts out laughing, totally caught off guard. That laugh? Completely real, totally unscripted. Julia had actually forgotten her line right as he opened the box. Director Gary Marshall loved her reaction so much, he scrapped the original plan and kept that take. That genuine surprised laugh became one of the most iconic moments in rom-com history. It was supposed to be a cute, simple scene. But thanks to one forgotten line and one cheeky improv from Gere, it turned into the heart of the movie. And when Ryan Gosling forgot his line was so good, the director didn't just keep it, he celebrated it. In La La Land, Ryan Gosling plays Sebastian, a passionate jazz pianist trying to balance love and ambition. It's a movie packed with musical numbers, long takes, and deep emotional scenes, and in one of those intense, unbroken shots. Gosling totally blanked.
It's only how long.
Mid-scene, lights on, cameras rolling, and nothing. He forgot his line, but instead of freezing or asking for a cut, Gosling did something brilliant. He chuckled. He stayed completely in character, shifted his body language, and started improvising subtle, off-script lines. Emma Stone? She immediately followed his lead. No hesitation.
City of stars, are you shining just for me?
The two of them flowed through the scene as if it had always been written that way. And the director, Damien Chazelle, he didn't just keep the take, he praised it, because what they created wasn't just a clean performance. Now imagine forgetting lyrics in the middle of a live musical performance, and still pulling it off like a pro. That's exactly what Hugh Jackman did. In Les Miserables, Hugh Jackman took on the insanely emotional role of Jean Valjean, and unlike most musicals, every song was sung live on set. That means no studio polish, no auto-tune, just raw, emotional, on-the-spot singing with full cameras rolling.
I'm free.
Now imagine doing that for hours while running on low sleep and high stress. And then it happens. Mid-song, big moment. Jackman blanks out. The lyrics just vanish from his brain. But Hugh didn't panic. Instead, he made up the lyrics on the spot. He stayed in character, adjusted his tone, and let the emotion guide him. And the crazy part? The scene got even better, because he wasn't acting anymore. He was feeling it. Up next, Chris Pratt turned a dropped prop into a scene so funny, fans thought it was written that way all along. In Guardians of the Galaxy, Chris Pratt brought Star-Lord to life with goofy charm and unpredictable energy. But did you know one of his funniest scenes was a total accident? You know the part. He's handing over the Infinity Stone orb and suddenly drops it.
Hey. Drop it now! Hey, cool, man. No problem. No problem at all. How do you know about it?
That moment wasn't in the script at all. Chris genuinely fumbled the prop during the take. But here's the genius part. He didn't stop. He stayed in character, casually scooped it back up, and rolled with it like it was supposed to happen. The entire crew burst out laughing off camera. Director James Gunn? He loved it so much. He kept it in the final cut. And that wasn't a one-time thing. Pratt improvised so many lines and reactions, they became a core part of who Star-Lord is. And finally, the king of improv himself, Bill Murray. He didn't just forget his lines, he redefined the entire movie with pure chaos. In Ghostbusters, Bill Murray didn't just play Dr. Peter Venkman, he rewrote him in real time. Seriously, Murray was known for tossing the script aside and just winging it. He'd forget lines on purpose, make stuff up, throw random jokes into serious scenes. The cast never knew what he was going to say next, and that was the magic. One of the most famous lines in the movie, "He slimed me."
That's great! Actual physical contact!
Totally improvised. Not in the script. Just something Bill shouted out after getting hit with green goo on set. And the best part? That chaos, the unpredictability, the dry humor, the weird energy became the entire vibe of Ghostbusters. The director, Ivan Reitman, realized pretty quickly that trying to keep Bill on script was a lost cause, so he let him run wild.
Spengler, I'm with Venkman. You got slimed.
That's great, Ray. Save some for me. Get down here right away. I just went into a ballroom.
And it worked. Murray's ad-libbing defined the movie's tone. It turned a standard sci-fi comedy into an unpredictable, hilarious ride that no one could have planned. And audiences couldn't stop quoting. So yeah, forgetting your lines might just make you unforgettable. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments which one of these improv moments was your favorite.